Hi everyone, I just read the Match series. I bought the first one originally in paperback, and then the other two were only available in hardcover, and that bugs me when you collect. I have this very beautiful bookshelf, and then I have multiple bookshelves elsewhere. I collect books. It's something I've always done, and so whenever a book in a series doesn't match the rest, it's irksome. They don't match, and I want them to match. And I always move them to the back or hide them because they don't, and it just doesn't sit well with me. So I was not going to buy the other two until they were in paperback, and then I finally did, and they've been on my to read list for a long time now, and I finally, in the course of 3 days, 1, 2, 3, I read the series. I wanted to know what happened because the first one sets up the love triangle so well. It is very rare that a love triangle emerges in a manner that's not forced, because usually if there's a love triangle, and I've read quite a few love triangles, if there is one, it feels contrived, like the writer is trying too hard to make her emotional decision. It doesn't work. I thought Matched set up a love triangle scenario very well, and seeing Xander, and I point to the next two because there's more character explanations and growth involved, it got more interesting. Granted, I always kind of knew where things were going, but I still wanted to see what was going to happen, and that's a mark of good writing, so kudos on that front. But I was very intrigued with the love triangle element because of the way it was set up. In the society that exists, Cassia is matched with her best friend Xander, which is very strange for their society because you usually don't know the person you're matched up with, but that's a dog. But you end up with somebody in a different district or province, so you end up having to go on these one-on-one dates and eventually get to know them, and it's more impersonal. But with them, they already knew each other. They've been best friends since they were kids. It already kind of foreshadowed the fact there was something wrong at hand because it was this minuscule chance that they would be paired together. So the fact that they were already kind of symbolizes to the reader there's something iffy going on here. And later because in society apparently, you're given a microchip that explains who your perfect match is, and there's no change in your perfect match, FYI. Society gives you your match, that's your match, and you're done. So when she's given this microchip that's telling her everything she ever needs to know about Xander, all of a sudden a different boy's face pops up, and even when I was reading this, I didn't quite get what had happened until she explained, because she saw another person's face on the microchip, and it was only a brief moment, but it was enough to make her wonder. Society officials come and ask her if she's watched her microchip yet, because they know. They know there's something wrong with this, and that's where the problem lies, because the person whose face she sees and the way society reacts, that either he might be her perfect match or he should be her perfect match. And I love the cover with, she's in the bubble of society, and I apologize, I'm doing this on my computer so it's backwards, but she's in the bubble of society, and so she listens and adheres to their rules, and then on the second book, she's finally realizing there's issues with society, she's breaking the mold, she's sticking her fist in the air, you know, she's finally realizing society isn't the be-all, end-all. And the third one, she's out of the bubble, she's broken free. I love these covers, because when you see it, you just think a girl in a bubble. You're thinking Bubble Boy, like Jake Gyllenhaal. And so I kept thinking, why is she in a bubble? When I saw these on the bookshelves originally, I was wondering if she was diseased or something. I thought maybe she was sick. And there is an illness in this book, but it doesn't involve a bubble. Just putting that out there. But I love the fact the covers are representative of her emotional evolution. And so I can probably Google who the cover designer was, but they did a nice job. So I know that doesn't actually have to do with the story, but I do love the covers when it encapsulates the message or a theme or something, because you'll get these covers that are pretty because they want you to pick them up, which is the essence of don't judge a book by its cover, but I like the fact that it references the issues in the book. It's a good dystopian series.